Pilots, Plasma 1945, with my wingman, Red Star Arn, Red Star Squid. We're going to go for a 3-ship anti-blue force strike on growling sidewinder. Just as an aside, this is a longer format video. Let me know if you guys like these, and it's all about the tactics to use to win in a flanker. We're carrying a mix of weapons. We're carrying R-73s, ETs, ERs, and R-77s. This is a cooperative mission. We had tight comms to ensure that everybody knew what the other person was doing. We were sorting targets to ensure that we were not wasting missiles, and we only wasted missiles once, so that was only one extra missile that was lost without care, and we came back with a total of 11 kills. Unfortunately, only Arn made it back. Alright, first tip here, guys, is if you're forming up on your wingman, you are able to go inverted, but if you do collide with him, your lead will be upset with you, so don't do that. What we are doing here, though, is Arn and Squid are carrying full load of R-73s. I take 2 less, and instead I've got the jammer pods. We're flying in a tight ingress formation, and I've got my jammers out, which can help add a little bit of confusion to the enemy aircraft. The other thing is, if you've got your jammers on, the AIM-120C missiles will not loft, decreasing their maximum range. At a certain point, as you can see on the data link, we split up and we go into a combat spread. Now, the combat spread allows you to maneuver and position yourself so that you can almost act as a net or a wall against enemy fighters. So this is pretty crucial. So let's get into the battle, and of course, guys, if you like this video, as always, subscribe, like, comment, because that helps with the algorithm, and share. So first missile's out. We've got an F-16 on our nose, and this is going to be our first splash, but not from who you expect. The hostile does make it through, and he notches the 27 ER. As we have heard, they have been somewhat nerfed. There is really very little resistance to being notched. As this guy pulls up almost right below me, he's about 7 kilometers away. I can't pick him up with my radar, so I just go into vertical scan and do the alligator roll, the flanker roll, get him locked up, and sending an R-77 at him. At this range, the R-77 is deadly. He is pretty much in the minimal no escape zone. He tries to maneuver, but he is already done. Friendly JF-17 behind me sends an SD-10, which doesn't get to the target quite fast enough. Things are about to get spicier. In this case, Squid up north picks up a hostile F-18, which turns right into his missile. Squid launches his missile earlier, and the missile is on its way. 27 ER, Fox 1. I start targeting an F-15 that's inbound as well. Squid's missile is tracking good, and he has to guide it all the way to the end. Just as the hostile fires, as you can see, Squid in his green airplane is already offsetting. He sends a follow-up missile just in case, not required. That hostile is now splashed. This gives us a little bit of time to reposition as Squid goes cold and drops chaff. Arn and I are pressing. I pick up the high flyer, lock him up, and we are cross targeting. So I'm targeting the guy to the north, Arn is targeting the guy to the south. As we pass over each other, we have communicated and informed each other of who's targeting whom, and I'm just waiting for that range to become effective. Missile out, and it's tracking. Similarly, a missile is out from Arn as well. Aaron gets a splash on his target. My hostile is maneuvering, but I have a good lock on him, and my missile goes for the target as well, getting a splash. So right now we have taken out 4 enemy aircraft. Aaron sends out an ET onto a Tomcat. This is a long-range shot, and for those who have not flown the Tomcat, the F-14 inside the co-pilot seat has a guy named Jester. Jester is the AI co-pilot Rio who can see heat-seeking missiles. That was a silent shot, but Jester can call out that missile, and that's exactly what the Tomcat does. Pops that chaff and survives the ET. Squid sends a follow-on missile. It is a very long-reaching shot as he comes in from the east, and this gives Aaron and I a chance to maneuver as well. But we've also got 3 more aircraft turning in. As Squid maneuvers, a Phoenix flies almost right next to him, but he survives and he is going head-to-head. I get him to pull back. My own aircraft is starting to go off as I start to get missiles on me. Aaron overextends. Squid is pretty much bait for the middle aircraft who fires an AIM-120 on him. I just sent out my ET, but it goes stupid, so that's a few bad missiles there, and we've lost our squad mate. Squid is down. Now it's 2v4 and 2v5 in the background there. Aaron does an off-bore launch of an R-77. The enemy F-16 defends and goes right into the hill. That's a kill for Aaron. He turns in for another pass. I'm right behind him now turning in. We've got a little bit of separation. That's the important part. You have to be able to track targets, communicate about them, and plan your shots. Aaron's looking for revenge, sends out a missile, and he's got a whole bunch of guys pulling up right next to him. His missile's out on the Tomcat. I pick up the guy on Aaron's nose. We actually both pick him up. F-16, 2 launches out. Aaron's missile hits, so does mine. Meanwhile, Aaron's other missile is just starting to catch up to the Tomcat, and there's a splash on the Tomcat. I defeat an AIM-120 and then turn right back in. Right now Aaron is 2v1 and he gets launch shot. He does not have a launch on the hostile. I pick up one guy beaming north to south, but I can tell that he is no factor. My job is to cover Aaron to make sure he can pull away. I see he's in danger. Lock up the target. Wait for that no escape zone. It's got to be a silent shot, only EO. Wait for that authorization. Make sure I'm not an override. Can't waste this missile. There we go. ET out. Hostile fires another missile at Aaron. Aaron is pulling away. I'm down to 1 R-77, 2 R-73s. My missile flies true, takes out the F-15, covering my wingman's 6 o'clock, giving him a chance to retreat. having cleared my friends at 6 o'clock, Aaron advised that he is down to 1 missile. We've got 3 guys behind us. I say go for RTB. I'll see what I can do. I'm pretty close to the hostiles, and I'll cover your 6. At least one of us makes it back, but it's not over. There's still 3 more guys I need to splash. So let's get back to it. At this point, we've got a weapon assessment check and fuel check. My fuel is starting to run low. If I had turned away right now, I'd make it. I've got 1,500, so I'm at bingo. The only danger here is that on data link, I see that we do have some friendlies coming in, but there's also a lot of bad guys. Alright, I'm going to speed this up as I maneuver in the mountains here. I try to make my way away from the hostile base, but also I'm concerned that they are going to sneak up on Aaron. He is completely out of missiles. I'm waiting for the friends to come in, watching the data link, watching the map. So I see the friends roll in, and I see that there's 3 hostiles, 2 friendlies coming in. So now this is a game of math. I'm trying not to be an afterburner too much and trying to save my fuel. I'm down to 1,000, so this is really tight. I'd have to glide back, and I'd have to climb very conservatively. Unless my friends can take out the hostiles that are coming in and get rid of them all very quickly, I can't fly back, because as soon as I start climbing, I'm going to be in trouble. My problem is, I'm down here in the valley with a MiG-29, and I've got 4 hostiles right next to me. There is no going home at this point. That maneuvering has cost me half of my fuel, so I'm down to 500 liters. I see 1 friendly over the top. I see the missile smoke, and that is Watson coming in, spamming missiles, and he does take out the F-15 behind me, but now there are 5 more guys, all within about 15-20 miles of me. I decide to take a chance, start pulling away, start calculating the distance. If I go right now, I might be able to make it. Checking F10, checking data link, and checking behind me. I know that if I were to climb right now, I would have to be in super conservative speed. I'd have no chance to get away. Leaves me only one option, and that is to turn back in and fight. Wingman made it back. That's Aaron, but I've overextended my welcome, and there's 3 of us here, and there's 5 hostiles. Fox 3 on me from the F-18. I've got his attention. Watson's coming in, sends missiles on the hostile. I drive the bad guy's missile into the mountains. Lots of chaff and flares. Hoping for a notch, and it works out. So there's the MiG-29 off my wing. There isn't much I can do here. I gotta turn in. The MiG-29 is going home. Watson gets splashed. I don't know that he's splashed yet, but he has gone down. I see on data link that there is no friendlies, but I do see 3 hostiles coming in. What I don't know is that there's actually 4 and the 5th on his way. The only option at this point is to fight to allow the MiG-29 to get away. I don't have enough fuel. If I could defeat them, maybe I can land in a field, but I'm not even thinking that far. Got to get the rest of my guys home. Aaron's made it back. That's the important thing. Here we go. Radar on, EO on. I need to get that lock as soon as I cross this mountain. Come up to the top, vertical scan, roll, lock, Fox 2. R-73 is on its way. The guy fired an AIM-120 at me. Hard crank to the right. Put it in a notch. His 120 impacts the mountain. He's splashed. I can't complain. I see his fireball. This looks good. I get a merged call. I'm thinking that that is his body. What I don't know is that there's an F-16 literally 100 feet behind me. What I don't know is going to kill me in this case. As I come around for another turn, there's a second hostile. I still have 2 more missiles. I've got an R-77 and an R-73. Come around, lock him up, Fox 2, and there's gun hits on me. Going down and out. What happened? Let's take a look. There's the F-18 that I shot down. There's the F-16. So as I come over this hill, I'm going to go into a vertical scan and start looking for him. Lock, Fox 2, R-73 is flying true. There's the smoke from his missile. F-18's down. I do a hard notch. Go 90 degrees. Pure luck, the missile is unable to follow me, but what I didn't see is this F-16 flying over top of me, and he settles in on my 6 o'clock. First fire is an aim 9, but he forgets to uncage it. That's my pure luck. It doesn't go for me. We enter this turn. The F-16's got his brakes out. He's getting that gun solution. There's the gun hits, but not before I let loose my R-73. Fox 2, splash, Dirty Bird actual, and Plasma is down, but I've taken a couple more with me. Good fight, guys, and as always, Plasma 1945 out. Fly safe, and let me know if this video was too long.